If you're thinking about buying a home in Maryland, you want to know the 8 areas with the highest ROI. I've worked in real estate for 21 years, and you don't buy strictly on return on investment, but it should absolutely be part of your criteria. So stick around to hear the list.
I'm not leaving.
In fact, the last one might just blow your mind. Let's get going. Let's start in Howard County with Columbia. If you're considering Howard County, this market is really interesting. Located between Baltimore and DC, Columbia's prime location is driving strong demand. The median home value is $518,000, making it a solid choice for anyone looking to invest in a high potential growth area. Now, this is a planned community created by James Rouse back in the 1960s. It was planned as an integrated, self-sufficient city, so everything was designed on purpose. And if that already sounds good, wait until you see the top suburb on the list and what they have to offer. But I'll get there in a minute. Now, Columbia, the community consistently ranks as one of the best places to live in America. In fact, it just grabbed the #2 spot nationally for livability in 2024's rankings. Columbia scored an overall quality of life live score of 874, ranking it as the highest in education, health, and economy. Plus, Money Magazine even named it the best place to live in Maryland and the 6th most desirable community in the nation. The Columbia Association operates 23 outdoor pools, 4 indoor pools, 3 full-service fitness facilities, golf courses, tennis courts, an ice rink, and a massive dog park. Can you see why this is ranked so high? Residents get access to over 3,500 acres of open space, 95 miles of pathways connecting everything together. Lake Kittamakindi, the 27-acre centerpiece of the community, hosts year-round events like lakefront live concerts, has boating, fishing, and even walking trails. When you have all this, you attract residents willing to pay premium rates. This area draws young professionals working in both Baltimore and DC, which creates steady demand that every investor dreams about. And for investment properties, that means steady occupancy and strong performance. But the community aspect can't be overlooked. Columbia was built as a master plan community back in the 60s, and that vision is still paying off today. And this leads to our next area, which takes the premium approach even further and is really just down the road. Ellicott City is where we start seeing some premium market vibes. Median home value here is almost $750,000. This is a market that combines strong long-term appeal with a lifestyle people love. The historic charm is really the magnet. Main Street has over 200 old buildings from the 18th and 19th centuries, giving what locals call a hallmark town vibe, where everyone knows everyone. Plus, Ellicott City is home to Maryland's official Korean town. It's a 5-mile stretch along Route 40 with more than 170 Korean-owned businesses. This makes it a cool spot for both residents and visitors. Have you ever tried Korean barbecue? I love the concept of cooking your own meat right at the table. When you're looking at wealthy areas, you're also looking at stability. Appreciation might be slower at 1.6% a year, but the prestige factor comes on to create a steady, reliable investment environment for long time gains. Now, here's what I love about Ellicott City. It has this unique blend of historic charm with all the modern amenities, and it's all set against a backdrop of beautiful natural surroundings. I mean, this place is convenient to both Baltimore and DC, and coupled with highly rated public schools and a strong sense of community, it's a very attractive place to live. The dynamics here are really interesting. Entry costs are a bit higher, sure, but you're also dealing with a market that has staying power. Economic downturns hit luxury markets differently. While other areas might see drastic swings, Ellicott City tends to hold steady because of who lives there. The key thing about Ellicott City is that you're not buying into a regular market, you're buying into a brand. But let me show you what happens when premium markets start bringing even higher returns. Let's talk about Severna Park, because this market is grabbing attention. Median home value here is about $740,000, with a market that shows 2.2% annual appreciation. This is steady growth that reflects the area's appeal even at the premium price point. As for the amenities, the waterfront lifestyle here is unmatched. Severna Park sits right between the Severn and Magothy rivers, making what one resident calls a boating enthusiast paradise. Many neighborhoods have community marinas, boat ramps, private beaches. Water access means lifestyle choices. Plus, the famous Baltimore-Annapolis Trail goes right through the middle of town. While there's one spot coming up where you can earn steady monthly income and see property values climb to nearly 10% a year, but I'll show you that in just a bit. The market conditions in Severna Park are really interesting. It's very competitive, which means low inventory and a seller's market. Multiple offers for well-priced and attractive homes is the norm. For investors, if they can snag something, that can lead to quick appreciation when you sell. But it also means you need to act fast when the opportunities pop up. And here's what drives those higher prices in Severna Park. The area has excellent school ratings, and I mean excellent. Public schools have an average math proficiency score of 59% versus Maryland public schools, which averaged 27%. Reading proficiency scored 78% versus the 45% statewide average. The area also benefits being close to Baltimore and Annapolis, giving residents job options and the lifestyle perks. And that flexibility keeps demand strong and supports those premium prices year after year after year. Speaking of premium markets, our next stop mixes government stability with coastal appeal. Let's take a quick 8-mile drive down to Annapolis, where government stability meets waterfront charm. Noted as America's sailing capital, you just can't find this type of vibe anywhere. The city sits right on the Chesapeake Bay, where the Severn and Southern rivers meet, making a boater's paradise with 150 rivers and streams flowing into the bay. Did I mention waterfront homes? Yep, there are a ton in this boater's paradise. As the state capital, Annapolis benefits from government job stability, with a large share of the residents employed in state agencies and the federal U.S. Naval Academy. That means steady demand from people with secure jobs and predictable income. The median home value, $619,000, almost $620,000, and the market moves fast here. Homes go pending in just 12 days on average, showing there's a strong demand and very tight inventory. Annual appreciation is 2.6%, which is solid, especially when you combine it with the steady monthly income from properties. Now, here's what makes Annapolis extra interesting for investors. The Airbnb potential is huge. Average annual revenue for an Airbnb in the area is around $60,000, with a 54% occupancy rate at about $315 a night on average. People want to visit Annapolis, and they will pay to stay in your place. So the key to Annapolis is knowing your options. The flexibility helps you maximize your return on investment. While other areas might see development that changes the character or direction of the neighborhood, Annapolis has the protection of historic designation and the unique geography between the rivers. But what if I told you the next market gives you the corporate stability and has even better cash flow potential? Let's dive in. Hunt Valley is what I call the sweet spot for real estate investors and families alike. It sits in the Baltimore, Towson, Lutherville, Timonium metro area, which means access to multiple job markets. When residents have work options, you get market stability. It's that simple. In Hunt Valley, the median home value is $570,000, and homes go pending in about 10 days. You're not stuck in a market where properties sit for months when you're ready to sell. But what makes Hunt Valley so appealing to people? It's the perfect mix of the quiet suburban life and city conveniences. That makes higher prices worth it. The area sits among rolling hills and horse farms and green spaces with over 1,000 acres at Oregon Ridge Park. For investors, the job scene here draws exactly the kind of tenants you're looking for. Hunt Valley is that middle ground opportunity where you get solid returns without the extreme entry costs of the luxury market. It's a market where you can build a portfolio because the numbers make sense across multiple properties, all thanks to job market diversity. Okay, now let me show you another market that's quietly building momentum with its own unique advantages. The Frederick market holds a special place in my mind and brings some really unique advantages. What makes Frederick interesting is its character. This isn't just another suburban development. Frederick has a historic charm combined with a growing economy. The historic downtown here is really a magnet for residents. We're talking about 50 square blocks that make up one of the biggest historic districts on the entire East Coast. The market depth here is solid. Median home value is $471,000, and there are over 600 properties actively for sale, which means there's plenty of inventory and options. For investors, this translates to opportunities to find deals and negotiate terms in your favor. The 1.4% annual appreciation is notable, especially when you consider the moderate cost of living compared to the DC suburb. Coming up, I'll finally reveal the suburb that saw nearly 10% appreciation in home values, so stick around. Now, Frederick gives residents more value for their dollar, which keeps demand steady and supports market rate. Plus, the growing downtown area with the cultural attractions adds that lifestyle appeal that goes way beyond basic housing. Did you know you can go to a pizza cooking class with a few friends and then sit down and enjoy your creations together? Frederick is awesome. When residents feel connected to their community, they stay longer. They take better care of their properties, and they recommend the area to friends and colleagues. That word-of-mouth marketing is priceless for property owners. But now, let me show you what happens when you step into the luxury market that starts at $1 million entry point. That's right, Bethesda is the luxury market everyone thinks of when they hear high-end real estate. The median home value is $1.275 million. With a lifestyle and prestige that comes with being right at the center of American power and innovation. The town sits literally at the doorstep of the National Institutes of Health, the world's biggest biomedical research center with over 20,000 employees. Plus, downtown Bethesda is amazingly walkable. Anchored by Bethesda Row and Woodmont Triangle, there are hundreds of boutique shops, gourmet restaurants, art galleries, and coffee spots. Here's the thing about Bethesda. This market is all about long-term wealth, building through appreciation rather than the immediate cash flow. Annual appreciation sits at 6.2%, which is strong. With million-dollar properties, 6% appreciation means big dollar growth. Bethesda attracts a very specific market. These are high net worth individuals, executives, government officials, and professionals who see location as the premium feature. They pay for prestige, proximity to DC, and the overall lifestyle package. The challenge with Bethesda can be the high entry cost. You need serious capital to get in, and your initial returns will be lower. But for investors with the money and long-term vision, Bethesda represents wealth preservation and growth, not really immediate income. The market here is stable because residents are stable. These aren't people making housing decisions over a few $100s. They're looking at commute times, lifestyle amenities. That stability means longer occupancies and fewer vacancies. All great for the investor. But hold on to your calculators, because the next area I'm about to go over completely changes what you think you know about Maryland ROI. Okay, here's the thing. Northern Baltimore County is hands down the standout in the entire Baltimore suburbs. The median home value is $330,000. But what really blows people away is the growth. This area saw 9.9% home value appreciation in the past year. That's the highest of all the areas we've looked at, and combined with the neighborhood's strong demand and community appeal, it makes Northern Baltimore County a top choice for long-term value. When you combine the highest appreciation with solid cash flow, you get an ROI score that puts Northern Baltimore County in a league of its own. The market dynamics here are perfect for investors. Properties spend about 32 days on the market, which is very reasonable in today's standards, but still very much a seller's market. You're not dealing with a frenzy that you can't get deals done, but you're also not in a stagnant market either. And here's what makes Northern Baltimore County even more special. You get the proximity to Baltimore without the Baltimore price tag. So what makes this place such a great value? It's the perfect mix of rural charm and city access that residents really love. The outdoor fun here is amazing. BC Brewery, Bassignani Winery, Inverness Brewing, Big Truck Brewery, just to name a few. Plus, spots like Sparks, Glendon, Moncton, and Hereford keep that small town feel with the tree-lined country roads, historic farmhouses, and neighborhoods where everyone knows everybody. You get charm and that American living from a simple gathering like the Hereford July 4th Parade. For investors, that's the holy grail. This area attracts working families, young professionals starting their careers, and people who want suburban living with city access. These residents value quality housing in good neighborhoods without chasing luxury. That creates steady demand without the ups and downs of the high-end market. For investors, property taxes sit at $1.10 for every $100 assessed value, which is very reasonable for the Baltimore metro area. Carrying costs are manageable, which protects your cash flow and boosts your overall return. But here's the strategic advantage of Northern Baltimore County. That 9.9% appreciation means your equity is building faster than almost anywhere else in the region. While you're collecting monthly cash flow, your property value is going at nearly 10% a year. That combination is rare and it's powerful. So there you have it, the full breakdown of the highest ROI areas in the Maryland-Baltimore suburbs. Northern Baltimore County takes the crown with an impressive 9.9% appreciation. Here's the key takeaway. The highest priced markets aren't always the ones with the strongest returns. In fact, some of the best ROI opportunities came from places with moderate entry costs and solid fundamentals, not the luxury price tags. If you're serious about investing in Maryland real estate, don't go at it alone. Success here takes local knowledge and access to the right deals. And you need a clear read on the neighborhood dynamic, which you're getting here. So reach out to me and my team at hello@waldnerwintersteam.com and let's talk about your investment goals. And before you go, don't miss this video linked right here where I break down the best and worst places to live in Maryland. Trust me, the rankings will surprise you. And if you're buying a home this year, this is a must watch. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.